Hey there, deck builders! Welcome back to another episode of Super Budget Commander. I'm your host, Alex. Thanks for hanging out with me. Today we're going to be diving into the mad world of Zur the Enchanter. This budget deck packs a punch, and I hope you guys enjoy. You know the drill, a Super Budget Commander deck has a maximum price of $50. The majority of the cards featured in this deck cost less than $1 a piece. And just because it's budget doesn't mean it should durdle. This deck has a clear, consistent strategy and is built to win. Once again, thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Zur the Enchanter is a 4-cast 1/4 human wizard. Zur is well known for his versatility and ability to shut players out of the game in a hurry. The focus of this deck is to attack with Zur as early and as often as possible. Having access to white, blue, and black gives us a ton of enchantments that we can terrorize our opponents with. This deck wasn't built to be friendly. We're here to take control of the board and never let up until we win. As awesome as white, blue, and black are, not having access to green really hurts us in the mana ramp department. Because of this, I've put a huge emphasis on mana ramp artifacts. We have to get Zur onto the battlefield as quickly as possible, and that just isn't possible without solid ramp. It's also equally important to have access to all three of our colors early on in the game. We can't rely on Zur's ability alone to make this work. Sometimes we're going to have to hardcast some of our spells. Another key component of any good control deck is card advantage. SRAM, Senior Edificer, and Mesa Enchantress are helpful creatures that, if left alone, can draw us a good grip of cards. Naturally, I've included a variety of enchantments that can help us draw cards as well. Monastery Siege is a helpful dual-threat enchantment. Not only can it draw us extra cards at our upkeep, it also protects Zur from targeted removal. When it comes to enchantment card draw options though, the clear winner is Necropotence. This classic enchantment allows us to dig deep into our deck and find the pieces we need to finish out the game in style. The quickest way to make any strategy more consistent is to play Tutor Spells. Since I'm ballin' on a budget, I had to get creative with the Tutor Spells in this deck. Transmute spells in particular give us the most consistent, low-cost option to find the cards we need. I've also included the black sheep of the black Tutor Spell family, Diabolic Tutor. Having the ability to find any card in our deck and put it straight in our hand is exactly what we need. Don't forget about the bulk bin all-star, Heliod's Pilgrim. And it just wouldn't feel right if I forgot about my favorite budget-friendly tutor card, Open the Armory. There will come a time when you really need that pair of Swiftfoot boots, and Open the Armory will be there for you. One of the primary goals of this deck is to lock down the board. Arcane Laboratory, Eidolon of Rhetoric, and Rule of Law are 3 different ways to play the same spell. Seeing as we can use Zur's ability to cheat the enchantments we want out into play, effects like Rule of Law are way harder on our opponents than they are on us. Another key aspect of control is slowing our opponents down. Making our opponents play at a snail speed pace forces them to think twice about every spell they cast. We also have access to a wide variety of enchantments like Oblivion Ring that can take out any permanents we don't want to deal with. And the convenience of Zur's ability allows us to cheat these handy removal enchantments onto the battlefield for free. Of course, it wouldn't be a control deck without a full supply of counterspells. Use your counterspells wisely. It's important to save them for things like board wipes or targeted removal that's looking to take out our strategy and make it harder for us to win. Zur's affinity for enchantments makes him an ideal fit for a Voltron theme. The obvious goal is to make Zur as powerful as possible, as quickly as possible. Ideally, we want Zur to be unblockable, so our opponents can't chump block him, and so powerful that he's able to one-shot kill opponents with 21 commander damage. The second Zur starts turning into an Uber creature, you better believe your opponents are going to do everything they can to take him out. Cards like Diplomatic Immunity are going to help Zur shrug off targeted removal that might otherwise kill him. With Gift of Immortality in play, your opponents will only be able to take out Zur with a well-timed exile spell. Destroy effects will only keep bringing Zur back to the battlefield. The best of the bunch, though, is Vanishing. Phasing Zur out can protect him from pretty much anything your opponents try to throw at him. The best part about phasing Zur in and out, though, is that all the attached auras and equipment he has phase in and out with him. So not only does Vanishing protect Zur, it also protects all the equipment and auras you worked so hard to put on him. Zur's gonna draw a lot of hate, so naturally we need pretty good graveyard recursion. Auramancer and Monk Idealist are pretty standard. Play them and revive an enchantment from your graveyard. Sun Titan is the giant you all know and love. The vast majority of spells in this deck have a CMC of 3 or less, so when he enters or attacks, you're always going to be reviving something good. The mass removal spells in this deck, Divine Reckoning and Winds of Wrath, are meant to take out the majority of our opponent's creatures while still keeping Zur intact. Don't underestimate Umbra Mystic either. Having totem armor on all of your auras can make Zur absurdly difficult to get rid of. Imperial Armor and Necropotence create a synergy that can power up Zur to godlike levels. When you pair these with an aura like Steel of the Godhead, not only will Zur be unblockable, but you can also gain back all of the life you paid in to Necropotence. Another key to quick Voltron-style kills with Zur is the enchantment Phyresis. Like I said before, this deck isn't meant to play nice, even if that means winning through infect counters. The key though is ensuring that you can get Zur's infect counters through to finish off the game. There's nothing worse than being chump blocked by a stupid 1/1 bird. Another unexpected way to win with this deck is Starfield of Nyx. With a grand total of 26 enchantments in this deck, the ability to set off Starfield of Nyx as a bomb spell and win you the game is pretty good. I'm also a huge fan of Starfield's recursion ability. Being able to bring back an enchantment from our graveyard to the battlefield at the beginning of our upkeep every upkeep is awesome. If you really want to nerd out with me, I highly encourage you to come check out this deck list on Tapped Out. You can find a link to that in the description. Thanks for hanging out. If you like this video and you want more just like it, be sure to leave me a like. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, and welcome to the Deck Builder Society. And if you want to be among the first people to know when I release a new video, be sure to hit that notification bell. It helps out a lot. You know the drill. Stay classy, deck builders. I'll see you next time.